Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is what you should be watching, okay? Now, this is that time of the year, baby. That time of the month, I should say, where we are discussing all things that are coming out on streaming services and in movie theaters for December, okay? This is my movie breakdown of what you should be watching, number 36. Talking about things that are out now, coming soon, okay, that you should be watching. So we're going to go right ahead and get right into it. We got some things coming from Netflix. We got some things coming from Peacock. We got some things coming from Paramount. We got some things coming from Hulu. And we got some things out now in theaters. And I think we got something from Apple TV too. All right. So number one is going to be Troll, y'all. That is out now on Netflix. It came out December 1st, Thursday, okay? And it is basically, you know, about an ancient troll awakening in a Norwegian mountain where we need, you know, a ragtag group to get together, form these heroes, okay? Then they must come together to try to stop, you know, it from wrecking and bringing deadly havoc to everything that is around. All right, so if you are interested in that, that is Troll out on Netflix. Then we go from there, something else that came out December 1st, Thursday, the Texas Killing Fields. Okay, this is, of course, a documentary, a limited series that is out on Netflix. There was a movie about this years ago. I don't know if anybody remembers it, called The Killing Field, all right? And so, of course, we know Netflix love doing documentaries, okay? They gonna give you, if they ain't gonna give you nothing else, they gonna give you some documentaries about some killings and some crazy things that has been going on, right? And usually they have a movie version and then they have, you know, the documentary version too. So in this case, we are looking at, you know, an overgrown field that is on a stretch of highway that connects with a series of grisly murders, right? And it was just like over several decades, all right, where these families were searching for answers. I mean, you would have a dog come in and bringing a daggone bone out of nowhere or a skull out of nowhere. You would have little kids coming across, you know, a skeleton, and they would go to investigate that skeleton and then find another skeleton of another girl not far from where the first skeleton was found, right? And so bodies was just getting dumped here left and right, and nobody knew who this killer was and where, you know what I'm saying, they was coming from. And so if anybody's interested in that, you know, some people I know don't like stuff like that. Some people do. Just putting it out there. If you do, go ahead and check that out. Now going on from there, number 3 is going to be Emily the Criminal, okay? This is coming December 7th on Netflix. And basically, we just have this girl that's straddled with student debt, okay? She got all these bills out here. I'm sure a lot of people could relate to that. And she's unable to find work. So some kind of way, she becomes involved in, you know, this credit card scam, acting as a dummy shopper and buying increasingly, you know, risky products out here, okay, with stolen credit cards. And that's how she's planning on getting herself out of debt. I don't know if that's the best, you know, idea. But that is Emily the Criminal, December 7th on Netflix. Then just the honorable mention, Bullet Train will also be on Netflix, you know, as of today, December 3rd, Saturday, okay? And, of course, we know this was the movie with Brad Pitt where we have 5 assassins board in a Japanese bullet train buying Fakado. And it comes to discover that, you know, even though they have these 5 assassins that think they're coming here for completely separate missions, they actually have more in common than they are aware of, all right? And so just in case anybody didn't miss it and they didn't get to see it in the movies and it's something you might be interested in, all right? So just throwing that out there. Now we also have The Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery that also is coming straight out of the theaters into Netflix. This will be on December 23rd. And of course, if you ever seen the Knives Out movies, okay, then you may know about this one. And if you haven't, then you still may want to, you know, go ahead and check it out. And we have a tech billionaire, Miles Brown, who invites his friends to this getaway at his private yacht, right, on a Greek island. when someone, of course, turns up dead, because we got to have a murder mystery going on. And Detective Benyon Blanc is basically going to be put on the case. And, of course, that is Daniel Craig. So that will be, you know, Glass Onion, Knives Out mystery on Netflix. Okay, December 23rd for you. Moving on from there, we would have The Witcher Blood Origin. Okay, December 25th, Christmas, of course, also coming on Netflix. Now, I'm interested in seeing this. I ain't gonna lie. I was not too happy about hearing about, you know, Henry Cavill not coming back to the original Witcher and, you know, Hemingway taking his part or whatever. But I still do want to see what this one is talking about. This is supposed to be set more than 1,000 years before, you know, the world of The Witcher, okay? And it is 7 outcasts in the elf world that unite in a quest against unstoppable power, okay? So put it in the comments. Let me know if you guys are planning on watching that, if you're interested in it, if you was watching the original Witcher, you know, if you are going to watch any of these other ones or have any interest in watching any of these other ones, you know, let me hear about that in the comments, y'all, okay? Number 7, we have Willow, okay, that came out on Disney November 30th. There's 2 episodes up there on that. And this is basically, if you've seen Willow the movie, if you know about it from back in the days, then you might have an idea. If you haven't, they give you that little bit of backstory so you don't have to necessarily see the original to be able to watch this. But it's an unlikely group of heroes that set off on this journey, you know, a dangerous quest, of course, to places far beyond their home, where they have to face their most inner, you know, demons or whatever, and come together to save the world, of course, because what else we gonna have going on? Then we have National Treasure, you know, Edge of History, all right? This is kind of the spin-offs from the ones with Nicolas Cage. This don't have Nicolas Cage in it, I don't think, okay? We are more so focusing on Jess, who is a brilliant resourceful dreamer, who searches for answers about her family and basically embarks on an adventure where she is, you know, uncovering the truth about her past, right? And then saving history at the same time, okay? So that is going to be National Treasure, Edge of History, December 14th on Disney+. Now, moving on from there, we get to number 9, Kindred, okay? Coming December 13th to Hulu. And I can say that I remember when what was her name? Janelle Monáe was in that movie. Was it Antebellum? I think it was Antebellum. A lot of people thought that that was going to be the Kindred story. Okay, if you have ever read the novel, the award-winning novel by Octavia Butler, right? That she won awards for and stuff like that. Very well known, and it centers around Dana James, a young black woman who is a writer herself, and basically she is picking up and moving and starting this new life due to this family obligation that she has, right? And she's relocated to Los Angeles, and she finds herself, once she moves into this new home, basically being pulled back and forth in between time, okay, in and out, going back to when her ancestors was alive and then coming back to the present. So that's like a little sci-fi mystery type of vibe going on, and you know, you might want to go ahead and check that out. Now, number 10 is gonna be Riches, coming December 2nd on Prime, okay? This is when Stephen Rich is a self-made billionaire. You know, he built this cosmetic empire, and he's basically an advocate for black-owned businesses. But after he has a severe stroke, you know, a fight, of course, with all the family starts to, you know, kind of take over, where everybody wants to know who's going to be in control, who's going to get this money, who's going to get the business, all right? And family secrets start to come out. We start to have, you know, his kids colliding that he had from 2 former marriages. And so it just looked like it's going to be a whole bunch of hot mess, y'all, okay? Foolishness and foolery. You might want to check that out. That's going to be Riches, December 2nd on Prime. Moving on from that, we got Jack Ryan also coming back, okay, with his 3rd season on Prime. I didn't even realize it was coming back now, and I'm here for this because I like the first 2 seasons of Jack Ryan. It will be on Prime December 21st, and of course we know that this is based on the popular books by Tom Clancy. So, Anybody that's into Jack Ryan, let me know. Let me know if you planning on checking out Kindred. Let me know if you plan on checking out Riches, Jack Ryan. Put it in the comments. Let's discuss. Number 12 is going to be Best Man, the final chapter, okay? If you was ever into the Best Man movies, the Best Man Holiday, this is a spin-off series that is coming from that will be on Peacock, December 22nd. Of course, we are looking at these relationships that have evolved, you know, and past grievances that resurface, you know, unpredictable stages that the friends are going through, midlife crisis, okay, meets midlife renaissance, and is based, of course, on the films by Malcolm D. Lee, and we will have Morris Chestnut, you know, Terrence Howard coming back. I thought he said he wasn't acting no more, but apparently, you know, he's back. Nia Long, Tay Diggs, the whole crew is going to be back in full effect. Let me know if anybody is trying to watch that. That is The Best Man, December 22nd on Peacock. You know, then number 13, we got Doom Patrol. That will be on hbomax. This, of course, is season 4, and that will be, you know, on December 8th. And so, of course, this is going to be a part 1 of 2, you know, part 1 of 2 parts, right? And we're going to get the first half on December 8th, which will be starting out with 2 episodes airing together and an episode every week after until January 5th, 2023. Then there's going to be a season break, and it will return with the final 6 episodes later next year. I don't know how I feel about that part, but I do like, you know, Doom Patrol. Let me know if anybody watches that. Then we move on. If you are a Yellowstone fan, we have 1923, a Yellowstone spinoff coming December 18th on Paramount. Okay, I love me some Yellowstone. Of course, this is the prequel to Yellowstone. Okay, we had the sequel. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the prequel to Yellowstone, right? And it serves as a sequel to the series 1883, which they put out, I think, last year. Okay, so prequel, and then the sequel is 1883. Let me know if anybody watched that, okay? Then, of course, you know, number 15 is going to be Emancipation. Of course, Will Smith movie, okay? It came out in theaters December 2nd, and it will be on Apple TV December 9th, all right? And, of course, this is basically based on a true story, a very popular photo that you may or may not know about. You can look it up online. You know, it's in libraries, it's in museums. It's been shared all around online where we see that picture of the slave that was later freed, that basically has, you know, all the scars and whelps and stuff on his back. Very popular photo. And this is basically about Peter, a slave that flees the plantation in Louisiana, of course, trying to get to, you know, freedom after being whipped within inches of his life. He basically, you know, is very smart. He outwits all these cold-blooded hunters that's after him in the swamps of Louisiana, right? On its torturous journey trying to travel to the north. And, you know, it's been said that this is not really a slave movie in, you know, terms of what you may think of as a slave movie. And a lot of people say they are tired of seeing slave movies. This is more focused on the fact of him getting away, him fighting in a war and all of that other kind of stuff. And the fact that they was already free. But of course, you know, some states wasn't trying to abide that and was still trying to keep them in there. And it is, you know, a part of history, and it is a true story. So I'm going to go ahead and check it out. Of course, some people may not want to watch it because, again, they just may feel like, oh, well, I'm tired of slave movies. Or they may feel like they don't want to support or watch anything that Will Smith is in anymore. But I don't, you know, feel that way in regards to either one. So those things. So I'm going to check it out. But put it in the comments and let me know if you planning on checking it out or not. Okay. Moving on from there, we have Violent Night, of course, that came out in theaters December 2nd. You know, this is elite, you know, team of mercenaries that break into this family compound at Christmas Eve of all days. And they are trying to take everyone hostage inside. You know, they looking to get this money or whatever, and they aren't prepared for what is coming. you know, for them when Santa Claus stops on in, honey, okay? That is Violent Night on December 2nd. Let me know if you saw it without spoiling it for other people, or let me know if you plan to see it. Put it in the comments. Then we have Well, December 9th, also in theaters. Brandon Fraser. People have been talking about this movie for a minute now. I know that he got like a 7-minute standing ovation. They've been saying he's probably going to be up for some awards. You know, it's one of the most talked about movies. So let me know if anybody's trying to see that. And he is basically an obese, reclusive English teacher who is trying to reconnect with his estranged daughter, okay, for like a last chance at redemption. That is the Well, December 9th in theaters, okay? Then, of course, we have James Cameron's Avatar, child, The Way of the Water, okay? December 15th in theaters. I don't know if anybody's interested in that. Some people was big Avatar fans. Some people could care less. Of course, this is coming like so many years after the original one. But hey, Top Gun did it. It worked for them, you know. And this is where Jake Sully and the series, basically, you know, they have formed this family. They trying to do everything they can to stay together and make it work out, all right? However, of course, they, you know, end up having to leave their home and explore the regions of Pandora when this ancient threat resurfaces, and they're gonna have to end up fighting it out, okay? Y'all let me know if anybody is planning on seeing that. Now, number 19 is gonna be Puss in Boots, okay, coming Wednesday, The Last Wish, child, all right? Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, December 21st, where Puss in Boots discovers that his passion and invention has taken a toll on him. It's burnt him out, okay? He only got, you know, he done used up 8 of his 9 lives, so he tried to make that last wish, child, and get some more lives. Now, if you are a fan of Puss in Boots, if you was a fan of, you know, Shrek, which I was, then this may be something you want to check out. Let me know. Put it in the comments and tell me. Number 20, we're going to end it off with I Want to Dance with Somebody, coming Friday, December 23rd. You know, of course, this is about Whitney Houston. This is produced by Clive Davis and Pat Houston, child, okay? Because remember, the family have always been against, I should say, most of the other previous Whitney Houston movies we have seen. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I said this before, you know, the trailer really didn't do much for me. It was like, another Whitney Houston movie. For me personally, I just wish they would let her rest in peace, but I get it because she is the definition, okay, the voice, right? And basically became an international, you know, star. And one of the greatest singers of our time. I definitely understand why we want to do all these different movies. However, I just really wish that if we're going to do them, we're going to tell the full story. We're going to really get into the real details. I do think it's better when it comes from people that have, you know, were family and friends and really knew the person. I think those are better documentary films compared to the ones that, you know, it's just some whatever person that feel like doing it, that may have whatever bits and pieces of the history, but they don't really have that connection with them. So maybe since Pat Houston is connected to it, we may get some real stuff. I also know that because Clive Davis is, you know, connected to it, we may not get the real deal as far as when it comes to him, because of course he ain't gonna sit here and make his own self look bad. So I do have my feelings as far as that's concerned. This looks like it's more focused on her music career as opposed to some of the other ones. And the girl that is playing her, sorry, I don't remember her name right now, but I don't really feel like she looks like her. To me, she looks more like Brandy. However, I do see from the clips in the preview to me that she has her mannerisms pretty much down packed. I'm still going to check it out regardless. I can't say it's something I'm going to be running to see, but put it in the comments and let me know how you guys feel about it, okay? So of course this is just showing how Clive Davis discovered her rise to the national fame in the 1980s, you know, and how she became one of the greatest singers of our generation, all right? And that will be I Want to Dance with Somebody on December 23rd. So you guys let me know, put it in the comments, and let me know if you planning on seeing that, if you planning on seeing any of the ones on this list. You know, if you don't see anything on this list that you're interested in, check out some of my other What You Should Be Watching videos, okay? And maybe something up there. Also tell me some things I should be watching, child, so I can go ahead and get into it, and I can also share it with any viewers or subscribers that come through. and see my videos. All right, let's talk about it. Put everything in the comments. Let's discuss. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you were so inclined, give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. All right, y'all. Till next time. Toodaloo.